And this is just not effective policy. If we look at the fact that the president said he wanted to tackle immigration, many people on his team even more aggressive than he does, but the strategies and the way that people have reacted to it, from going into factories or pulling people out of their car, or even pulling people,
they're not going to do it at all.
But even pulling people out of their cars when they're dropping their children off. It's like there's a better way to handle immigration, and it's not only me saying that.
But the better way is for the cops to coordinate with federal immigration policy in blue cities and blue states, and they refuse to do that.
Well, you know how the president sat down with Mamdani and had an amicable conversation? Mamdani was the one that suggested and asked for the meeting. President Trump thankfully said yes, and they have what seems to be an amicable relationship. Maybe President Trump can be the one to step up to the plate with some of these mayors and governors and say, I'm going to come sit down with you and try to work out these differences, not on Truth Social. What we've seen a lot of is a lot of... We've seen a lot of arguing on social media. I'm saying somebody has to be the adult in the room.
He is subservient to the migrant community who he relies on for political support, which is why both him and Tim Walz didn't want to go, so when they discovered the fraud, wanted to cover it up because they didn't want to be scrutinizing this community because it was going to harm them politically. So they have no interest in doing any kind of law enforcement action for fraud or immigration. They've already demonstrated that. So that's why ICE is being brought in. Now, you don't have to like the way it looks, but that's the reality of what's caused the situation. I'm hearing not a lot of people defending, right? I hope the ambush attack, brutal beating of this officer,
crazy.
Who was absolutely justified from that account, from firing a shot at that person.
And he shot, I noticed that he shot the person in the leg, which is not, I read through the police policy after you talked about it. It's not recommended, but at least we don't have another dead person.